Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. And today we had the official release of the Morbius trailer, which is Sony's new film in the Sony Spider-Man universe that they've kind of started off with Venom, but then we may or may not still fully understand Spider-Man's extent in this universe. It's been a really big talking piece for a really long time, but now we finally have an idea as what type of role this film will play in the bigger picture of Sony, but also what we might expect to see from this movie, which is really interesting. Now, first, looking at this movie trailer, there is a lot of things to take away from. First of all, we get a little bit of an idea as to what type of tone this film will have, how the writing kind of comes across, and just the general idea of the movie that they're trying to pitch audiences for the first time. Now, it does seem very reminiscent to what we had experienced when we first saw the Venom trailer back in the day. However, obviously this character Morbius is a little bit lesser known than Venom, so it doesn't have necessarily that initial familiarity that a lot of people might have towards a character like Venom. However, this trailer does a really good job at capturing kind of the essence of what you can expect going into this movie, and tonally it does seem very much on par with the Venom movie, and we can kind of expect to see, maybe while this will be a new story, a similar atmosphere to what we experienced in Venom, which might not be a bad thing. Hopefully, if they're already nailing down what type of tone they want to have in these movies, having that kind of figured out first of all can lead them into having more time for writing the character. Now, what's really interesting though is we've seen a lot of conversation about Jared Leto, because this is the first look of him playing this character, and it's definitely still mixed. It seems like a lot of people have felt very burnt by his portrayal of the Joker, and they don't want him to mess up this character too, while other people are saying that his performance from the trailer, from what the trailer shows off, seems to actually be pretty decent, and hopefully this will be a second chance for Jared Leto in the superhero genre. And then, of course, one of the biggest talking points that have come out of this trailer that you guys are probably wondering and thinking about already is Spider-Man and the Spider-Man universe along with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We talked about this in the past, but what's really interesting is we have a Spider-Man poster on the brick wall with spray paint saying murderer on it. Now, we'll get into that more in a second, but then at the end of the trailer, we also see a character very reminiscent to Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming, which leads to a lot of speculation as to where this movie exists and in which universe. Now, when we go back to the poster, it's really interesting because a lot of people have speculated that that poster is actually from the Spider-Man PlayStation 4 game, and it is the Sam Raimi Spider-Man suit that was later added into the game, which, if you know what the Sam Raimi suit is, that is essentially the Spider-Man suit that's worn by Tobey Maguire. So a lot of people who first saw that before they saw the scene at the end thought maybe this takes place in the Sam Raimi universe. However, of course, with the word murderer over it, it definitely seems more suiting to the Tom Holland Spider-Man MCU Spider-Man after the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, where he essentially gets doxxed and everyone thinks he's a murderer because of Mysterio. And then, of course, the cameo appearance at the end of the trailer leads even more to be speculated on. But this is definitely going to be a really big turning point for the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the future of the Sony Spider-Man universe. There's a lot of people really hoping that this could one day lead to not only a Spider-Man crossover, but maybe we'll see a Morbius and Blade crossover in the future. That would be something really cool to see, and we're just really optimistic about the future of this film. Still, just because this trailer is so unique and it's so different and doesn't have a lot to necessarily hold on to as far as references and storytelling that make people overly exciting, we still kind of have an eyebrow raised as to whether or not this film will turn out to be a success. We are cautiously optimistic that at least at the very worst, maybe we can have another movie that's about as good as Venom, but maybe at the very best, it'll be a step up, and that would be awesome to see as well. But let us know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye, guys.
I'm about to.
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.